Verse 2. Engineering is all around us, from the smartphones that we play with in our hands, all the way to the roads we travel on, and even the clean water we drink. Nonetheless, there are many misconceptions about this. And today, my joy is to push you and come out with some of these misconceptions and see how to deal with. And I want to ask you, this is what I have heard. The first misconception is that engineering is a pursuit reserved exclusively for the wealthy. And today I will be working with my dean, Professor Amani Ampon, and my boss, Professor Ponyo, and together we will unravel this. Is it true engineering is solely for the rich? Give the mic to my boss. He will tell us. Kojo Kweku came from a school, I was surprised, and Kweku will tell us where he studied. Is it true? Is engineering a preserve for the wealthy? And start thinking. My second is, I hear engineering is only for males. I think this thing has been broken. Some time ago when we came to school, we were all masculine. Today, we'll deal with that. Is engineering for males? Okay, let's start with the first one. Engineering for the wealthy? Kweku?
Prof. Okay, so I attended I'll cut it, but part of my primary school was at the RC at Tamale. No, Yendi. From Catholic Primary School at Yendi. Then I went to St. Kizito JHS. Then in 1996, there was a conflict, and I moved to St. Joseph's JHS in Tamale. Then from there, I came to Talim Al-Islam Ahmadiyya Secondary School, Tia Ahmadiyya Amas, the real one. Okay. For the rich, my father is not rich. My father he's okay. He's not in the middle class. He's getting a bit to lower class, not rich. But I've been able to go through. On the women side, in my class, one of the best structures person was Florence Doe. She was the best structure. She's now with the development office in University of Ghana. Best. She was the one who was teaching some of us structures. Then in our class, one lady, Hamdia, maintained her class from first year to final year. She's now a professor at University of Development Studies. Just last week, she came for accreditation here.
So tell me, is engineering for the wealthy? Tell me, student.
In fact, it is for the poor.
Is it for the wealthy? It is not. It is not. Whoever told you engineering is for the wealthy, say today you hear, even as we celebrate Engineering Day, that it is not. Professor Amaniampon says it is not. It is not. In fact, engineering is not for the wealthy. Engineering is for anyone passionate about problem solving. Once you make your mind, I want to solve a problem, you're on the course, you're on the path of becoming an engineer. It is not. Engineering, according again, is not for females. My dear female student, are you here? Are you all doing science? In fact, the best engineers are females. They come and they are able to start with first class and maintain it all the way till they finish. And there are professors who are females. It is not. You can do it. In fact, if you are looking for opportunities to travel outside the country, the first step is to do science. The second step is to do engineering. And please, when you are doing engineering, remember KNUST is the premier. You come and you are good to go. Engineering took me to America. I wouldn't have been there. My father is a fisherman. How can a fisherman take students outside this country? It is not for the wealthy. There is another myth, and they say engineering is for students who are exceptionally good. I want to use the word exceptionally good in science and mathematics. Engineer Isaac Bedi says, no. When he was reading his message, he says, yes, science and mathematics is a requirement, but it doesn't call for that exceptional mode. Please come. Let's deal with this. And what is important is that engineering is about creativity, it's about problem solving, and it's about teamwork. There are two more myths. Who can tell us what we say about engineering? What do you hear in your school? That as for this program, do me. What other myth comes into play? And let's deal with it right now and give you the reality. Who will tell us? Two more. Yes. Yes, say it is correct. Two more. They say engineering is for dirty hands. If you do engineering, then all that you do is to get your hands dirty. It is something that is not attractive. Engineers are the most wealthy. You do engineering right now, and there's job waiting for you tomorrow. So far as you are able to work with your creative mind. Engineering makes things happen. And once you pursue this course, you are good and you are done. And that is important. So, what is the key message? The key message is that engineering is for everyone, not just for the rich, not just males, not just those who excel in mathematics and science, but engineers solve world problems and make the better for society. Engineering encompasses a diverse range of fields, allowing students to discover a discipline that aligns and track perfectly with their passion, whether it is one that is discoverable or one that will have to be created. For us today, technology, healthcare, environmental sustainability, and innovative ideas are all engineering pursuit. Something I believe you can do and do it very, very well. Opportunities exist through scholarships, mentorships, and hands-on learning experiences. The world needs more problem solvers, and it is important. Again, the world needs students from diverse backgrounds who are moving and following after innovation and problem solving. Once you take to this path, there is a huge opportunity and you want to deal with it and get it perfect. So my dear student, every problem that you want to solve is done perfectly through engineering. Today we are here in this occasion of World Engineering Day, which has been made possible by UNESCO through World Federation of Engineering Organization. And 4th March is the day engineering was born. And so we are saying engineering is possible. Engineering can be pursued. Engineering is about problem solving. And you can do it. I can do it. And together we can make the whole world a living haven. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Professor Francis Davis, the Director General for TCC. We are learning a lot already from this discussion about engineering not being for only the males, but us females also. Engineering not being for the brilliant, but those who can work with our hands. So let us embrace civic engineering or any aspect of engineering. A lot is in store for us. So we'll take some music from the DJ. We'll take some music from the DJ as we engage in the latter part of the meeting.
very much, DJ. Now back to this very crucial moment. Shaping our sustainable future through engineering. What is it? What does it mean to shape a sustainable future through engineering? What are the things we need to know in order to ensure that this vision becomes a reality? And this very moment, we are going to have informed panelists who are going to share their perspective on this theme. And joining us for this panel discussion is the Registrar for Engineering Council, Engineer Isaac Baidu. Please, let's give it up for him. We can do better. We also have Mr. Caleb Al-Hassan here with us. Kindly make your way up there. We have Professor Humphrey Danso also being one of our incredible panelists, and Mr. Isaac Ayensu. Please let's get up for him. And lastly, joining the panel team is Lady Patricia from Armed Forces Senior High School. Please let's give it up for her. And we'll be moderating this session is myself, and it's a privilege to thank you very much for joining us. Indeed, Engineer Isaac Baidu was right about it being centuries that engineering has shaped the world. Engineer, how would you like to tell us something briefly about yourself for those of us who are not here? So each of our panelists will tell us something briefly about themselves. Thank you, Engineer.
Okay, so my name is Isaac Baidu. I'm a civil engineer, but I've also done, and I have an MBA in project management and also MA in alternate dispute resolution. I've been in project management for the past 25 years as a project person. So I've been executing projects, and I work with the Water River Authority, executing capital projects for the past 25 years. But now, I'm with the Engineering Council, and I'm undertaking regulatory function in the council. I'm the registrar, and we are trying to get engineers to practice ethically, to do things properly in accordance with the standards and codes that they are supposed to practice their profession with. So that is what I'm doing.
Thank you very much.
That's who I am.
Wow, wow, that's a lot to take in. Please, let's give it up for him.
So, I am Caleb Al-Hassan, second year computer engineering student here at KNUST. And then I'm into robotics. So for the past 7 years, I've been going for a lot of competitions representing Ghana at the international level. So I think last 2 years, I captained a team for the World Robots Festival in Detroit. And then we won first place international. And that was the first time we were winning that category. Apart from that, we've gotten a lot of podium positions over the years. During the COVID, we were having our competitions online. Managed to win 2 second places and 1 third place in different categories in the same competition. And this year, God willing, we will be going for the World Robot Olympiad in Singapore, representing Ghana again. Hopefully, that's if we qualify. Yeah, that's something.
Amazing. Let's give it up for him.
So I am Isaac Ayensu, a final year agricultural engineering student from the Agriculture and Biosystems Engineering Department. Okay, so I don't have a tall list of achievements like my brother Al-Hassan, but I'm a local champion, I would say. I've worked on a few projects here on campus and also some before this tertiary level. I'm one of the lead starters for the Geisa instrumentation lab where we are into IoTs and Arduino programming and all. Yes, I've also participated in the International Programming Challenge of KNUST, that is between Ghana, Germany, and Tunisia. For last year, I was a participant working on route optimization for M&M delivery company. Yeah, one of the top delivery companies here in Ghana. Then we also, some of my teammates also worked on Boris B, Chicken, like a whole lot of projects. So that's a few like I can spell out for now.
Yeah, that's great. Please, let's give it up for him.
So we are learning a lot. And what I can say about myself, since I've not yet completed SHS, but we aspire to be engineers, at least most of us here. That's the purpose of this gathering. We aspire to be engineers in the various fields we find ourselves. I personally aspire to be a mechanical engineer if there is a combination to electricals, because I'm into robots and technology. That's where my interest lies in. So we are learning some things from the panel here. That's why we'll be discussing a lot of things. I implore you, take your pen and papers, write something down. Maybe this will shape your interest in engineering and you can take it as a course in the university. So we are about to start our discussions. Once again, my name is Patience Ahinkra Donko.
Thank you very much, very much, very much. Maybe this can shape your future. Indeed, it is. So under the theme of shaping our sustainable future through engineering, Engineer Isaac Baidu, with your several decades of experience in the fields of engineering, how would you say engineers balance sustainability with economic feasibility in terms of large scale? How do we balance sustainability with feasibility?
Okay, I think with the, can you break it that they will understand it? I mean, if you make the question so complex, it is, so break it down. Yes. Let's come to our level so that we can, do you understand?
Yes.
So break the question down.
Okay, thanks for that. So sustainability.
Because I don't want us to be talking at a very high level, yeah. Then we'll lose the students and then we will not be able to communicate well with them. So
that's very true. That's very true. Thanks for that. And many young students, many young people here may not really understand what it means to say a sustainable future. How would you like to throw some little light on what sustainable future is?
Okay, so I would like to go very low. For instance, when you were growing up in your homes, you kitchen stool, we call it kitchen stool, and that. Hello. The chair that we grew up seeing and we were sitting on. Now, that chair or that stool in the kitchen, it was fit for a particular purpose. But in the olden days, that's what they had. So they had it even in their living rooms, they will have that. But as we were growing, you realize that this is not something that is fit for a purpose for a long time. It's not safe for us to sit on it for a long time. It's not comfortable. It doesn't make us feel well. So what did we do? We started thinking about what we can do to make the chair more comfortable for us. Okay? And then, we started innovating and getting different types of chairs. And, today you are sitting on what Professor Jerry John is sitting on. You even get up and then the seat is folded by itself if you want to sit, so that when those days when you sit like this in a hall and somebody wants to get out, it's very difficult, isn't it? Or even you want to go and sit next to another person. But now if you get up, the seat is folded. So it creates room for you to walk. It makes life easier for us. That is the kind of sustainability we are talking about. We are talking about things that will make our life much more easier. Okay? Much more easier, and to make us to live comfortably on this earth. That is all about, for me, that is all about sustainability. Anything else that will make you feel uncomfortable, then it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Something that will make us to be able to live comfortably. So every day we are thinking of how to make it better, how to get the thing to, last longer, be more durable, and be more comfortable. Okay? So that is what engineers we are doing. We look at the thing and we say, no. This thing, if you sit on it for 30 minutes, if you are not careful, you'll waste. So what do we do to improve it so that we don't have the waste problems? So we come up with an idea. We can incline, get a back that when you sit on it, you can have some comfort. Now there are orthopedic chairs that you can sit on. People have spinal problems. So we've designed chairs that they can sit on, and then they will not have their spinal problems coming up and all that. So those are the things that we when we talk about sustainability, we are talking about. In terms of any design that you are talking about, can it last? How durable it is, how comfortable it is, and how safe it is.
Safety, durability, comfortability of the products we have. Engineer, thank you very much. So, Al-Hassan, how would you mentioned that you are in the field of robotics, and I understand that many of the students here are very much interested in robotics. How would you describe how sustainable robotics is pertaining to the things the students here use in their school environment?
Okay, so sustainability is a process. I believe sustainability is a process. It's not just a term, a fixed term, right? So taking into account robotics in the classroom, right? If I got you right. Good. Okay, so let's take smart boards, for example, right? Over here on campus, we have smart boards that the lecturers use to teach, because the number of students are huge. My class, for example, we are 280 people in the class. Right? Wow. So you don't expect to teach 280 people with a board, just a single board, right? So over the years, engineers have designed these boards to accommodate large numbers. At first, we had very smaller ones that if someone sitting, say, at the back of this auditorium wouldn't be able to see, right? But now we have this giant projector screen that we are able to read from, right? And that's from just this machine right over here. Someone sitting there wouldn't be able to see this screen, but that's robotics. Robotics isn't just building machines that have tires and arms that can move objects around. It's the basic things that make life simpler, right?
Right, that's great. The basic things that make life simpler. Excellent. Mr. Caleb, how would you describe robotics to, how would you describe sustainability to the everyday student we have here from your field so far?
So, I am Isaac.
Yes.
So, I'd like to say this to draw our attention, probably our brothers and sisters here from the senior high. I believe at a point in time, Nokia phone was one of the best gadgets we had around. So with time, Nokia was still Nokia. It was still a keypad phone. There wasn't any innovation. There was nothing like that. But let's go to Samsung. Let's go to Apple, we've seen some improvement in what they are doing. So I heard of 4, 5, 5X, 6S, and it's now going. We have 16, and I know it will keep on going. So they are adapting to the world. They are adapting to the changes in the world. So Nokia can be used as an example here, connoting sustainability in the opposite way. That if you don't innovate, or if you are not innovative, you become defunct. So sustainability actually centers on making use of the present resources in a more judicious way so that the generations here and after us can also experience the good things we also did, whilst taking into consideration effectiveness and efficiency. So whilst Prof was talking, he made mention of something, that engineers are innovating and designing stuff considering reduction of waste. So you can be effective as an engineer, you are making the product, you are sending it out there, you are using all the resources available. But if you are thinking of generation after us, then it means we have to consider efficiency, not just effectiveness. So efficiency is just about getting the work done, as we used to do before, but at the moment we want to use little resource to get it done. So if a teacher would use a pack of chalk to teach us, my friend Al Hassan was saying in the past, now we have smart boards, we have electronic stuff that I'm proud the College of Engineering has ventured into, and teachers find it very easy to teach us with. So the teacher will just be standing and will be using a pen, an electronic pen, to teach us. And we are all happy. You know, we all have like some sort of memories. We all have different memories. Someone captures by seeing, so graphic memory, sees it, the pen is moving, and that's all. So that's sustainability. Are we innovating in an effective and efficient way? That is what I believe sustainability is all about. And it applies in my field too, so I wouldn't have to go further. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's really a brilliant perspective you brought on board, where we invent in a way that is efficient. So, Ms. Patience, there are, on the premise of comfortability in your school, what one product or tool that you use in your school would you like to mention? And how would you describe how comfortable it makes you feel compared to one product you have found here? So you pick one tool in your school that we have here in this place and compare the comfortability between the two. Is that quite clear?
That's clear. First of all, in secondary schools, most secondary schools, the chairs, we mostly use the single decks. And some are adapting to the metal chairs and tables. But for my school, we are mostly engaged in single decks. The people will be complaining that while they sleep on the decks, they'll have neck sprains and those kind of stuff. And when I came here, I could see that the chairs are mostly comfortable to sit on. The environment is conducive, and this will make sleeping more efficient because we are bettering our life and making it more comfortable. So I'm not saying that using of the decks is wrong, but since we are talking about comfortability, we can improve on that. And secondly, the professor and Mr. Al Hassan was talking about the boards. SHS, we find ourselves using marker boards, and sometimes we go in for the markers. But if we had these screens that work automatically or mechanically, I think life would be easy at the SHS rather than using the marker boards, which we cannot depend on the government for. When we use this will make the work more efficient for us. And even if efficiency comes, then comes the safety. Because some teachers cry, when they are angry, they can throw the they can throw the marker heads at you because they are angry. But when we are using this form of pins, at least it will make us, as the students, safe from these harsh conditions of the teachers. Thank you.
Wow, wow. And please, let's give it up for the panelists. It's been an exciting conversation. However, we don't have so much time. And from what you mentioned, Engineer, I could sense some level of challenges in terms of having sustainable products in many parts of our societies. What really would you consider to be the challenges to implementing sustainable products or systems in our societies? What are some of the challenges preventing us from being sustainable in our everyday environment?
Okay. I think basically maybe I would say resources. Okay, resources. Because for me, the training that we get, I would say it's not different from the training, that is given outside. All right. Probably we may not have some of the resources that are available outside. But, I mean, the professors here will attest to the fact that most of our students go out there and they perform better than even those who started their schooling there. All right. So the training is okay. But I think we lack resources. The next one is policy. The government. How is the government encouraging, us to come up with sustainable products? How is the government encouraging people to be innovative? You understand? So, government must deliberately have policies that will encourage people to pursue a certain cause, a certain agenda. For instance, the robotics that he's talking about. To what extent is government supporting it? To what extent have we formulated policy to encourage more people to go into that field? Agriculture. Ghana is predominantly an agric country. But what are our policies? What are the deliberate things we are doing to encourage students to come up with innovative products that we can use in the field? You understand? So those are the things that we are talking about. For instance, we are thinking of, organizing a competition. It's a deliberate thing. We are organizing a competition for students to come up with innovative products, to help us locally, indigenously, to improve on what we do. So it can be an agric implement, it can be an electrical thing, but it should help Ghanaians. It should solve a problem in Ghana. Now, if we have deliberate policies like that, it will help us to come up with sustainable products. We'll be innovative. We'll continuously innovate. Students will continue to think because they know that they can do this and it will be used. All right? But if we don't have that, I know we have a lot of research products, or we've done so many researches that are there and they are not being implemented. For instance, when I was here, I know we're using the palm kernel as a product, we can mix with concrete as an aggregate for concrete. And that research is still not out there. It's still not out there. And I know we did some research on bamboo and all that. It's still not out there. You understand? So government, there should be a deliberate policy for government to roll out these research products that are coming out. Now we are here, fiberglass now is a reinforcement. It's being used as reinforcement. But it was not originated from here. What about our bamboo? Our bamboo, we have bamboo, a lot of bamboo. So why are we not encouraging our researchers to, come up with that product so we can use, because it's grown here. You understand? It's grown here. And if we are able to push that research using bamboo as reinforcement in our buildings, will become another sustainable product that we would have produced, because then we will grow it here. We are not importing. It will be cheaper. It is safer, and then we can use it anywhere we want. So I think that is resources number one, and then policy number two. Government should, we should have a deliberate policy to encourage innovation.
Deliberate policy to encourage innovation. And while we wrap up, Caleb, so far in your field, and we have a number of students here, what would be your last words to encourage them to pursue engineering in this university? Yes, Caleb. Isaac.
Okay, so my little submission will be prior to this question.
Yeah.
You asked about something. Then I would like to build on that to encourage our brothers and sisters here from senior high school. I think one thing that is also affecting us and not allowing us to be more innovative is the failure to adapt. So I am into IoT and Arduino programming, that is trying to improve agriculture through these sectors. And it happens that we can design an IoT system that will affect irrigation, that will help improve irrigation for farmers. And it will be like, oh, nah, we are not familiar with this. Since the days of old, we rely on rain from above. God knows the times and seasons. So he will rain when it is needed, and he will provide when it is needed. You get it? But we have to understand that climate change is happening. There are other factors, population increase and all. So it means that we can't just rely on the natural factors, natural rainfall. It means we have to induce certain systems into our traditional practices to improve whatever we are doing. So it means day in, day out, there's call for engineers, and there's also call for awareness. So if 90% of our friends here would opt to be engineers, we can go into diverse parts of like the broader discipline of engineering. Some can go into mechanical, chemical, electrical, and all. And when we are working in our different disciplines, we collaborate and we work on projects that will help improve our lives and also work on the sustainability we are talking about. So let's just imagine that if we are using something here that will not be beneficial in 50 years from now, how would we feel? Like our friend spoke about comfortability. We won't be comfortable in the future. So it means there's a daily need to be innovative. There's a daily need to design and construct. So if you are looking for a discipline to venture into after SHS, I'm not saying the other disciplines of education are not good, but if you are here and you are in the College of Engineering auditorium, then I would advise that you opt for engineering, because that's the best discipline, and the grand architect of the universe is an engineer. That's God. Thank you.
Excellent. That's a good one. And before Engineer Isaac climax its with what you envision to be the future of Africa in terms of engineering, we'd like to ask for every student here in this room right now.
Okay, so one thing I want to embrace failure in the positive sense, because me, for instance, when I started out, I wasn't winning a lot of competition. I remember in high school, I was very SHS one. Most of the GHS one, most of the people I was competing against were way older than I was. I was 10, and most of them were international. And I had, but I managed to do fourth place I didn't qualify. Make friends with people from a lot of places. So I learned from my mistakes. I thought I knew it all, but then that wasn't the case. Over the years, we go for competition, we spend huge amount of money, go for competitions, and we don't even qualify for it. We don't qualify. It's embarrassing. I mean, representing a country and you don't even get a position. It's very embarrassing. But then at the end of the day, you learn from it, the mistakes you made, work upon them, and then you come back the next year stronger. That's one thing I like to tell you.
Excellent, excellent. Please let's give that. Ms. Patricia, I know you might not talk about the chairs and the sleeping, but what encouraging words do you have for your fellow students here?
From all that I've heard, I've noticed that engineering is not an I team, it's a we team. Because from Prof and the other statements, they've been saying that our team. So engineering is about we coming together, us coming together to make the world a better place. Engineering is not about developing new projects, bringing new inventions into existence and making a lot of stuff. It's about thinking about the generation, the future generation. What will they have? What will they have that we don't have? That we have to make it for them. What do we have to make for them that will sustain their future, not us? That is engineering. We have to think about the environment. In the near future, what will happen to the environment with this invention I'm making? The climate. Will it degrade the environment? What are we making that will benefit the environment? So engineering is about the environment. Engineering is about people. Let us make things that will benefit us and our future generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well spoken. While Engineer Isaac gave us a perspective of what the future of engineering looks like, we will be taking the GISA project launch after Engineer gives his final words, and then this session is over. I know a lot of people do have many questions to ask our incredible panelists here. However, after the session, you can feel free to reach out to them and they'll be happy to share a lot of their insights with you. Thank you very much. And Gisa, while you prepare for the project launch. Engineer.
Okay, thank you very much. When I was speaking, I said that Ghana is going nowhere without what? I want to hear you. Ghana is going nowhere without
engineering.
Africa is going nowhere without
engineering.
So if you want to be seen as the advanced world, China, Russia, America, then we have to focus on what? Engineering. It means there are so many prospects in engineering. Where we are, we have not exploited an iota of our engineering capability in this country. We have a lot to do as a country in order for us to be seen as a developed world. And technology is all about engineering. Technology is all about engineering. We were talking about robotics. Mechanical, and at the same time they learn biology in addition. You understand? Because he has to understand the biological part in order to be able to design the necessary equipment that has to be used to do our farming. If he doesn't understand it, he cannot do that. And so he and the mechanical person goes to the same class. But at the end of the day, he has to go and do soil science and all that in addition. Well, I'm just saying that. So we have a lot of prospects, and I will encourage all of us sitting here if all of us will pursue engineering, if all of us will take up a career in engineering, then we can bring Ghana to where it has to be. Then we can be proud and say that Ghana is just like America. Ghana is just like Russia. And we will not run away. And when we finish school, we want to go and stay in America or go and stay in Germany and all that and suffer racism. You understand? All kinds of abuse and all that. You will stay in this country because every potential is here. That's all I'll say.
Engineer Isaac Beidou. Please let's give it a round of applause for all the panelists for their incredible feedback and insight they've shared with us. A sustainable future is up to you and me. The future of our nation and the world rests in our hands. What are we doing with it? Thank you very much for your audience. Thank you. We shall invite the president for the Ghana Engineering Students Association to lead us in the GISA project launch. Mr. George Edu Darko. Please let's give it up for him while he's made his way here. So while they prepare, what is that one question you had on your mind that you wanted to ask any of the panelists? We're taking only 2 people. Anyone? You had one question? Yes.
All right. Over the years, I've been thinking that discipline and innovation or development moves hand in hand. So I wanted to ask how discipline can follow up the developmental process.
Great question. Prof, we have a lot of dignitaries here. We have professors in our midst. So any of our guests and professional engineers can take the question and help us out.
You know, where engineer mentioned he comes from, engineer Isaac, their job is to ensure that as engineers, we are disciplined. That is why we have engineering council. And actually, if you have a class, my job when I'm training you is to train you to be disciplined. So that you come to class, this is 8. I always tell my students, nobody comes to check on me whether I come to lectures at 8 o'clock, 8:30. But I'm supposed to ensure that I come to lectures at 8 and close at 10. Imagine all lecturers in this school coming to lectures 1 hour late. The kind of people we will train. We are going to train engineers who will lack 1 hour of knowledge for every lecture. And imagine the cost that will have on our development, like you said. Okay. So if you are not disciplined as a student, as a worker, and especially as a practicing engineer, your career will be a disaster. When you are an engineer and you are working, they send out calls, okay, and they give the deadline. If they say that submit the report at 12 o'clock noon, when you hit your send at 12:01, you will not be considered for that bid, okay, and your career will be ruined. And so, as an engineer, discipline is key to your career. As a nation, we know the cost of discipline. You know, we came here, we were supposed to start a program at 10 o'clock. And then we start at 20 minutes. To ask, oh, we just started 20 minutes late. No, it's not 20 minutes late. Multiply 20 minutes by the people here, and you see the time we lost as a group. and what productive venture we could have done with it. And so most of our challenges in Ghana, or quite a number, is because of our indiscipline. Remember, you may not remember, but Atamils had a campaign on indiscipline because you see that it cost us as a nation. So discipline is key to us as a nation and then as a practicing engineer. That's my take on it.
Thank you very much. And before we go to the last question, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of a very distinguished guest here, and he is Professor Peter Ejay Balfour from the College of Health Sciences. Please let's give it up for him. We can do better. Prof, thank you very much for honoring the invitation. It means a lot to us. And yes, we'll take one last question from, we have someone, patience.
Hello. Right, thank you. Please, I would want to ask what's actually out there makes a lot of engineering students after their first degree job, career, or their career path. Because I've realized that after first degree, many engineers choose to change their career path. So to know what is actually out there, what is making them change their mind. Currently, I have a friend that I'm in the same class with, who was telling me that first degree, he's actually changing his mind. He's indifferent. So I want to know.
That's really a great question, because a lot of students after graduating from the university tend to change their course. I was wondering if, Prof, you'd like to share maybe your thoughts on why students generally tend to change their courses while they are done with university. If you'd like to honor that.
Okay. Thank you. I think for me, first degree is just the first platform to just once you are well prepared, you should be able to fit into any area that you want to do. So I think if after your first degree you veer into another area and you are able to do well, I don't think there is anything wrong with that. Thank you.
Let me add to what Prof said. You know, the people who change career are rather few, not many. In my class of 80, we are about 81. In 81, when I finished civil engineering, we have a WhatsApp group like we have, where about 70 of us are there. Our mates who are still not doing engineering are not up to 5 out of about 81. You see? So those who leave engineering are not that many. But like Prof said, you see, when you finish engineering, I always tell my friends that I've had more money in GIS than I've had doing core civil engineering. Your undergraduate trains you to be able to do quite a number of things. When you go to UITS, we have one man called Abraham, AB. He did chemical engineering. The current director, Engineer Afo, he did civil engineering. There is another man there, about 2 more who did engineering and are in computer. You can have that story occurring in other areas because, like Prof said, the training that you have at an opens you up to be able to do a lot more things. Okay? And if you do engineering, where you have finished your calculus and everything, imagine you go and do accounting. You don't have to think to do those maths. Why? Because you have been doing calculus. Now you are doing additions and subtractions, but you need to be careful with the additions and subtractions. But you're not doing those calculus. Career change is not a bad thing to do, but the decisions you make when you are in that career is influenced by the training you had as an engineer. But the good thing is, a lot more people stay in practicing the engineering than they leave the profession.
Prof. Balfour and Prof. Ejay, thank you very much for the insights you've shared with us. And if I have your permission to share my little insight, I'd love to. So when I graduated as an engineer, currently I'm not really practicing practicing engineering, I'm doing public speaking and communication training. So what then, a lot of people do ask me, so what's the use of the engineering after all? Well, for me, I learned from the engineering how to really take technical information and extract the valuable content of that technical information and translate it into a language that the everyday person will be able to understand. And that, I realized, was the beauty of engineering, to be able to explain the technicalities to the level of the everyday person. So it might not necessarily be direct engineering, but everything I do has been shaped by engineering. I know a lot of people are interested in learning more about communication and public speaking. So I have a YouTube channel where I share insights on communication and public speaking. You can check out the channel. The name of the channel is The Sparrow Gatlin. That is D as in THE, Sparrow as in SPARROW, and Gatlin as in GATLIN. And we'll be working with the college to organize some communication training sessions. So if you ever have the time and you are interested in advancing your communication, I believe it's a big opportunity for you to sign up. Thank you very much. And please, a round of applause for Professor Bafuo and Professor Ajay for the insight they've shared with us. We shall invite the General Secretary to give us the GISA project launch. Let's give it up for them. Oh, let's give it up for them. They are not yet here.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Okay, so I think I see people from St. Louis, right? So which school is this? Which school? Armed Forces. Amazing, amazing. I personally went to Achimota, yeah. Okay, so my name is Nisi Ejay Echampon. I'm a third-year computer engineering student. You know, reading engineering is one of the best decisions I always say I've made as an individual in this world. Yes, please. So I'm here with my vice president.
My name is Godson Inchi, and it's a pleasure to be here.
So, So we have a couple of projects we are working on as an association. So someone will ask, what is GISA? Well, GISA is the Ghana Engineering Student Association. And we on this campus, that's KNUST, is the KNUST chapter, right? We have our president, Mr. George. We have our vice president, Mr. Godson. And I myself, the general secretary, Nisi, and other executives that help out to make everything perfect, right? So, first off, I'll talk about the Miss Engineer, right? So this is a program that will be happening very soon. This is restricted to women only, right? So we're connecting our PPT. Please excuse us for that. So sorry. Hello. Okay, so we have Miss Engineer 2025 coming up very soon. So, Miss Engineer, that's celebrating ingenious women, right? So, it's a pageantry, right? That is meant to recognize and award women who embody the spirit of innovation and ingenuity in engineering, entrepreneurship, science, and technology. So, someone will ask, what's our mission? So it's to inspire women to think creatively and to push the boundaries of what is possible. So there'll be auditions for it. For the auditions, we would notify you guys when it's almost time. Please, we will encourage you all to apply. It will be across all departments. There will be cash prizes and a lot of goodies for whoever wins or whoever emerges as the winner. Thank you very much. Sorry. Excuse me. We also have the pen down challenge coming up very soon. That will be next week, right? So someone asked, what's the pen down challenge? So normally over the years, pen down challenge has always been an essay writing competition, right? But this year we are doing something more fun, something more juicy, something more spicy, right? So this year is going to be a debate competition, right? Where we'll have people from different departments and faculties well represented, and then they will debate amongst each other. So, with the teams, it's going to be 2 teams from each faculty. You know, we have 3 faculties. So for each faculty will provide us with 2 teams each, right? For now, we have people from Faculty of Electrical and Computer Engineering well represented. I think we also have for the Mechanical and Chemical very well represented. But for Civil and Geo, I think we only have people from Geomatics. So if you are in geological, petroleum, or civil, you can always reach out to your general secretary if you are interested. Winners are going to be very well recognized, and there are cash prizes also. Yes, please.
Good day, everyone. Once again, my name is Godsinenji, and I'm the Vice President for GISA. Right, we have a couple of projects for you, and one of the most important projects we have is GDS, which stands for the GISA Digital School. And someone may ask, why do we have to bring a digital school to GISA? The main problem is sometimes we struggle to balance the theoretical stuff we learn in class with real world, or let's say practical projects. So this initiative sets to educate and train students on highly demanded skills in the industry. Example, let's say in 3rd year, we take a course called Probability and Statistics. Well, we've done the theoretical part, we've done the calculations, but then how do we use this theory in the real world application? Example, taking myself as an example, recently, when I was in 3rd year, I learned about outliers in statistics. But then I realized that after writing exams with it, I wasn't able to apply it anywhere until a machine learning project where we were given data and we were supposed to remove outliers from the data. Now, taking a critical look at this, since we've gotten the theoretical knowledge from class, we can then introduce the formulas and calculations in machine learning to even make data better, to clean data, and to make better and informed decisions. So aside this, we have the training in 2 forms. One being a random training. So let's say on Fridays, where we meet together, we have a 2-hour session where we educate the students on random skills. So example, DeepSeek was trending, and a lot of people were asking, how is DeepSeek different from ChatGPT? Well, DeepSeek implemented a feature like reasoning, and how is it different? Right, so for us to help our students apply this tool in academics, we organize this training session to educate the students on how to make good use of tools like this. And also, we are partnering with companies out there who are looking for skill sets that are relevant and skill sets that can make direct value at their companies. So this GISA Digital School is going to help in terms of skill building, and we are trying to find a way to implement it with an initiative called AICI, which stands for Academic Industry Collaboration for Innovation and Impact. So let's say company A has a problem, and we, GISA Digital School, we provide a skill set to the student. These students are going to use that skill set to solve the problem for that particular industry. So that's one project we have. And another project is that our study area, realize that the study area at PB Tent, the chair is designed in such a way that the students usually feel discomfort and pain when they sit down to learn. So we as engineers, we are designing a more sustainable and ergonomic chair, which is going to solve that issue of discomfort and pain. And aside that, this nice building we find ourselves in, Kumapili, we have a LED signage design.
And while they are setting the technical staff up, we will acknowledge everything we are doing here has been possible because there has been a committee who has, over the past weeks and months, contributed massively organizing this session to make it a reality. And I'm privileged to acknowledge the chairman of this incredible committee who made it possible for you to be here today. And he's in the telecom engineering, and he happens to be the dean for quality assurance. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Professor Jerry John Bonyo. Prof. Thank you very much, Prof, for gracing us.
So as we spoke to you, we wanted to give you like a fair view of everything that's going on in the college, but unfortunately, we are unable to connect with our HDMI cable. Yeah, I'm a computer engineering student. I wish I could fix it right now, but there's no time, right? Oh, Doc, you don't believe I can fix it? Yes, please. So that'll be all for today. Yes, please. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your time, and do have a lovely day. Bye.
Thank you very much. We can solve anything as engineers, but not the problem of time. That is why we need to end right now. Vote of thanks will be given by Mr. George Edu Darko, the President for College of Engineering. Please. Afterwards, we'll take closing prayer from Juanita Amachi Adoma. Please, a round of applause for the President.
Faculty deans, lecturers, staff, esteemed guests, my fellow engineering students in training, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Today isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a heartbeat. It's a pulse of possibility as we stand united to celebrate World Engineering Day, WED. This is our moment to honor the dreamers, the builders, and the problem solvers. Engineers who don't just see the world as it is, but the world as it should be. I'm George Nana Edu Darko. I'm the president of the Ghana Engineering Students Association, KNUST. And it's with a soul ablaze, with gratitude, that I stand here to honor everyone who turned this WED program into a tapestry of brilliance and purpose. First, to our facilitators from the Ghana Institution of Engineers, thank you for kicking off this day with a documentary that didn't just inform us, but challenged us to think bigger, to design bolder. Your work sets the tone for everything that followed. To Justice Etienne Frimpong, your prayers wrapped this event in grace and purpose. reminding us that even in a world of steel and code, there's a human spirit driving it all. Thank you, Justice. To the voices of goodwill from TCC, the Engineering Council, and UNESCO, your messages weren't just kind. They were a call to action, a reminder that engineering's impact stretches far beyond these walls. Our panelists, Engineer Isaac Bedu, Mr. Isaac Ayensu, Mr. Caleb Hassan, and the students from Armed Forces Senior High Technical School. Wow. You didn't just discuss sustainability, but you painted it in vivid colors, with ideas so bold that they will linger in our minds for years. Thank you for showing us that in the future isn't something we wait for, but it's something we build. To our MC, Mr. Andrew Sapon, you have been the glue, the rhythm, the heartbeat of the program. Your wit and warmth kept us hooked from 10:30 a.m. to now. And to GISA, congratulations on launching your projects today. You have given us something tangible to hold on to, a piece of that sustainable future we are chasing. To every student, to every lecturer and guest who asked a question, who shared a thought, or simply showed up, thank you. You are the reason this day matters. You are the ones who will take what we have started today and turn it into bridges, into systems, and into solutions that last. To the World Engineering Day Committee, we say a very, very big thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't the end. It is the beginning. Let's leave here not just inspired, but relentless. Relentless to engineer a world that strives. On behalf of the College of Engineering, KNUST, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep shaping the future, one brilliant idea at a time. Happy World Engineering Day once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President and your team. Let's end this program with God. Engineer.
Thank you. Please, let's close our eyes. Father, in the name of Jesus, give you glory this morning for starting and ending with us. For you are the Alpha and Omega. We pray that whatever we've heard here, you give us wisdom and understanding to comprehend. Let us become very good and bright engineers in the future. We pray for this day, and we thank you through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Our session has ended. Thank you all so much for your time. And we have the item 13 outside. However, the team will give us updates on that shortly. But we entreat us all to wait. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, please get in touch with the professors. We have Professor Kwekweje and Professor Bafo heading. He's taking the lead. If you'd like to engage with him, please do so now. And we also have Professor Konyo in the smog. Kindly get in touch with him as well. And any other person who came to talk. This afternoon at exactly 3:30 p.m., there is another UNESCO program organized by TCC at the Amono Neza Conference Room. It's the launch of an engineering design competition for the entire West Africa. We are having representatives from industry all around West Africa, as well as students participating online and in person during that session all around West Africa. So I would entreat each and every one of you to do our very best to go to the IDL conference room to be a part of this launch of such a design competition of that giant scale. And lastly, Right, the item is almost ready. Now, GISA would like to have a photo shoot with all of the senior high schools reps here, all the students here. So it will be done at this stage. So kindly move up to the stage. Mr. President, is it the stage? Down here. Okay, each school at a time. So which school are we looking at first? Armed Forces. All right, so we're starting with Armed Forces. So senior high schools, and then every GISA member in the Lacoste. After that, you will also have your picture. And please, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do so now. And the name of the channel is the Sparrow Gatlin. You learn more about communication.